Oh, welcome everybody. How are you doing today? I hope that everybody is doing really well. And today I wanted to speak a little more about our upcoming D- December 2-week intensive, December 4th and 11th. Removing obstacles to awakening, finding permanence in emptiness and love. I recorded a video last week for you about one of the themes for this intensive, how to be in the world and not be of the world. And today I want to continue with this theme a little bit by speaking about what Papaji used to call, or he used to use that phrase, don't build in a transit lounge. Don't build in a transit lounge. What does he mean by that? What is the meaning of that? You know, this life is not permanent. All the experiences that arise here, all the achievements and failures, all the goals that we have, all of that, you know, even the existence of this body, all of that arises, exists for a little while. You know how much we pay attention to things sometimes, how much we attach value to different experiences, to the positives and the negatives. You know, we attach, you know, some sense of permanence to that. And yet all these experiences just arise here. They exist for a little while and then they disappear or dissipate. And so when Papaji says, don't build in a transit lounge, what he means is this is not our final destination. Let's not try to find or build permanence in the passing experiences of this life. You know, we don't want to deny or reject anything that is happening, but we also want to live in the awareness that ultimately this is not our home. Our home is presence, our true nature. So don't build in a transit lounge means realize the impermanence of all arising experience and keep coming back to what is permanent. Keep relying on what is permanent. Keep resting in what is permanent. You know, ultimately that is the beginning, the middle, and the end of everything. You know, I remember a dream, or rather a vision, because it's hard to even call it anything. It was a visit that happened. It happened to happen in a dream state, a visit from Papaji. When Papaji was leaving his body, he appeared to some of his students. And I remember waking up in that dream, in that vision, in that visitation at night and sitting in the living room of the house where I was living. And I noticed that the walls were blue. And I thought to myself, oh, blue, this is, you know, that's impermanence, that's beyond, that's, you know, I was thinking about Papaji. I thought about Papaji in passing. You know, something is moving beyond. And then Papaji appeared in front of me in that living room and he looked at me. You know, Papaji was so very direct. He looked at me and he said, why are you here? You know, and I thought like, scramble, what comes up? I'm here to see you. I'm here to hold satsang. I'm here. And then Papaji just looked at me. And in that moment, everything disappeared. You know, everything disappeared. And I realized again, you know, there's nothing. There's really, that's the only purpose of this life. The only purpose of this life is to realize the emptiness of everything. And words can't even describe that, because when I say emptiness of everything, it's like there really is nothing, right? There really isn't anybody here. There really isn't nothing. There really isn't anything here. So I want to invite you to come and rest in that. For us to spend a little more time together this December, and just come together and rest more in that.